Game 5 time. The LA Guerrillas taking on the Seattle Surge. It feels like this series maybe had the chance to go the distance. We've chatted about it numerous times, the #1 versus the #8 seed. But the biggest thing, Jay, that we got to talk about, Game 5s are all about ice. And there is no player that we need to look at more than that man in accuracy. Take a look at the experience that he has over his teammates.
Oh, man, it basically showing that accuracy is an old head, brother. He is a veteran without question. More career land experiences than his entire team combined.
That's wild.
This is your leader. And now in the Game 5, this is the guy who you have to look at to really set the tone for the Seattle Surge squad.
I don't know about you, man, but it feels like just lately on El Asilo Search Destroy, the stats by no means back this up, so, you know, whatever. But it just feels like lately on El Asilo, we've got so many rounds that are coming down to the wire. We know the way it plays with Dead Silence, you're going to need those clutch moments to be there. And as we said, positive for Seattle is that you got quite a bit of experience there in the Iceman, but you could say the exact same thing for LAG. Plenty of world championships there in that lineup from Archdies and Assault. Both rosters trying to avoid that elimination bracket as we jump in to round #1. El Asilo Search and Destroy. Last S&D, it was LAG who came away with the dub, and largely in part to this man, who also had the sniper out. But it is Mac who will answer early. Stuns himself, but it's no big deal. Jay, he's managed to find 2.
Yeah, it's a big 2 kills from Mac. Now put them in a 3v2 situation as Exceed is able to line up that kill on towards Sib. It's not falls into the hands of Exceed and Archdies to try to clutch up on the round for the Guerrillas. The bomb is going to be down towards Keg. Mac is able to at least spot one, get that information, and stay alive.
See if we can do with that information. Exceed has managed to make his way just toward the backside of the mountain. So with that in mind, they're going to have to get that bomb soon. Mac eventually earns that Dead Silence, and from there, we'll see what the play elects to be. Archdies, he's got to be careful, Jay. Tagged up from behind. It was Exceed to start. It's going to have to be him to end it. A 1v3 position known, and that sniper not able to deliver on a second. Seattle, round 1.
That's good work right there from Seattle Surge to beat the aggressors in this early round, because you know there's no trophy systems to work with, so they're going to be playing nice and slow. But Mac takes that positioning towards Keg Alley. He's able to find the timing to find the first 2 kills. And then with that bomb being down, you saw it cause so many problems right there for the Guerrillas. Try to pick it back up to get that bomb over towards B as Seattle worked that pinch, set up the trap, and eventually take round 1.
Let's see if Surge can make it too. They head in to see their first attack here on El Asilo Search Destroy. This map was the only Search Destroy map that they did lose in our Major 3 qualifier. So it's not been great lately for them, even though it is a small sample size. When we talk about Search Destroy, a lot of questions on Surge. They win an El Asilo Search Destroy. We can all agree that S&D is back in prime form. Mac again, able to deliver with our first being a problem right now for LAG.
It's a big kill taking out Joe Deceives as well, because now you know there's only has to be one player left in towards the site. It's going to be AD, and he finds 2. Tries to go for the snap on towards Sid, but at least makes it a manageable situation. 2v2 now.
Oh, this young man is confident. Thankfully, he's got the cover fire from Assault, and so with that, LAG sneak away. They don't find first blood, but now they've evened it. Accuracy with the chance to strike. He so far had a great performance in these first, I guess, round and a half. And that bomb is going to go down. Assault on one side, Exceed on the other. Now time for the retake. Civ eventually found out. Assault able to find it, and now it is all up to the Iceman. A 1v2.
Iceman with the 1v2. He puts himself in a great position. He's going to find the first kill. No, he is not. Exceed cuts him down with the Vaznev. What started off as a great round from the Seattle Surge, finding the first initial 2 kills. Exceed, the playmaker. He did it in map #2. He just did it in that round right there for the Guerrillas. Finds 3 on the round to keep them alive in this search and destroy. Now tied at 1.
I'll tell you what, man, I know there's been a lot of critiques around this LAG roster, but I feel like I like all of them. I feel like I like all of them. Like, we're talking about Joe Deceives, Assault. I know Navel's touched on at the start of the day. It feels like he's playing some of his best COD in a long time. And like we said, the rookies, especially Exceed in this situation, confidence at an all-time high. A wonderful Little hat trick there. In terms of the spree, Sid bringing out the sniper on the other side. Exceed getting that hit marker. Tosses out a nade, says a prayer, and not able to make it land. Aggression will in fact be his downfall as Pred is able to find another 4v2 now for Seattle. LAG, what's the play call?
I just think Seattle doing a great job of just not giving up that quick bomb plan. That's usually where the Guerrillas like to find a lot of success. Second on attacking rounds, once they get that bomb down with ease. They're putting players in great positions to pick up information and eventually find that first blood. Now Joe Deceives is going to invest that dead silence. He's able to take down Mac. So now in a 3v2 situation, still got to work towards his bomb plan.
They do indeed. Story. Assault. Has he just made the route? Yes, he has. Another kill found. Accuracy instantly pops dead silence, but Pred runs right into the site, cuts away Joe Deceives. Bomb does not get planted. And now for Assault. That dead silence is about to run out. His position is about to be known. A 1v2 spot. Can he make the play happen? Coming around the corner. 10 seconds to go. He's got to make a play. Get some hit markers on to Pred. Pred drops him. Seattle, their second.
Just great round right there from the Seattle Surge. Once again, to find that first blood. Once they find the second, so the Guerrillas were trying to put the numbers back into their side, but that 2v2 situation, once Assault finds that kill, you saw Exceed. He was trying to work towards that bomb plan, but Pred invested that silence, able to take him down, and then just not any time on the clock for Assault to work with. As Seattle are able to take the round, so far this has been back and forth.
3 straight first bloods for Surge. Can they make it 4 in a row? His utility is exchanged, and maybe a bit of a test, a bit of a viewpoint over at that B bomb site currently for Mac. He's definitely thinking about it. He's popped dead silence just to get to his position currently. But Exceed so oftenly goes for the flanks no matter what the map tends to be. He's found himself at a nice little angle. We'll see what he can come away with it, but this is really going to be the fight that we talk about. Joe Deceives sitting in money, ready to open up that door. Nothing yet to strike, but player number 2 is the guy to look out for.
Oh yeah, Exceed, he pops that dead silence. He's able to work his way all the way around back right. He's able to get all the information, find the first kill, and at least set up his teammate to find the second. They know the positioning of Sib. You cut him down. Now it's all up to the Iceman in a 1v4. Not going to invest the dead silence, because that round just took too long to develop on the side of Seattle Surge. It leaves the opening for Exceed to get all the information that was needed, set up that flank, and eventually put them in the trap as they find all 4 kills clean. Now tie it up at 2.
Yeah, that's just a wonderful collapse, man. Like, literally, we just see everybody from Seattle fall in just a matter of seconds. Exceed, patient on the flank. Joe Deceives. Everybody on track with what the play call was right there. As we said for Joe, didn't really jump into money when he could have. Didn't really feel the pressure to make the play. Guerrillas ready. And had the strat called down. Guerrillas will be back on the attack, and this time it could be Pred. He's able to answer early, makes his way through the alley. He's got a plethora of information. Give him 2. Oh! Him 3. Arsenes drops, and just like that, round 5 done. Seattle take the lead.
Pred just made that round look easy. The most difficult engagement had to be this second gunfight, but once he finds this in those 2, where's the communication right there from the Guerrillas? As he just gets the freebie onto Joe Deceives. Basically calls the round by himself as he finds 3. Pred now puts himself on a 3 spree as we go into the later half of this game, but it's been all-out defense for both of these squads. Seattle 3-2.
That is the number 1 KD in Major 3 Search Destroy so far throughout this season. Or so far throughout this split. A 1.8 coming in from Pred. Now sits at 6-2. And you can see the bait. Pred trying to throw the shoulder, set up Sib for the shot. Throws out the bullet, but nothing able to land.
He's trying to hit a couple wall bangs, trying to do their best Turil impression. Turil was able to read their setup. It's even with Sib being stunned in that situation. He's able to find the first blood onto Exceed. Now you know that that's one of the players that likes to get aggressive in towards the site, but you open up a lane for Pred, he finds a second.
How about that duo? How about that duo? Joe, meanwhile, on the other side, is able to find two. They call it Pred, understandably so, to clean up. And now it is up to Arcades, the captain of LAG. A 1v2 for him. Bomb planted, a bit of information. What can Alec do here?
He has no dead silence. He has no dead silence, so he has to read this setup perfectly. He's gonna go for the free fire on towards the back couches, not able to get any hit markers on towards Pred, but Pred is chasing his kill. He's trying to earn that cruise.
He is indeed. Arcades fires out a few bullets. This kill is gonna be huge. He's gonna find it in a timely manner. Accuracy arrives. Like a superhero, swoops in and saves Pred. You could feel it. It felt like there was an opportunity there from Arcades, but Pred stays alive. Accuracy puts in the final shots. Surge already up 4 rounds to 2, but this is how that round started. This is the reason why they had that man count advantage.
Yeah, that starts it all off, man. Once he finds that kill with the sniper, you see all of the Guerrillas starting to rotate over towards B's site, which eventually opens the lane for Pred to find 2 kills on the round. Seattle are able to take the very first attacking round in this search and destroy. Now up 4-2, but if you are Pred, you know how crucial that cruise is to complete. Let's just play this nice and slow.
Without a doubt. Instantly into the office as silence befalls us here on El Asilo Search. LAG especially, knowing how valuable of a round this is. It feels like for Surge, you're playing with house money. You know exactly what the call needs to be. But shout out to the Hot Hands Lounge showing us the amount of dead silence that you have for LAG. I mean, everybody's cooking that up. Exceed able to walk away with the first. Mac tosses out a nade. Desperate for information. Sib. Aggression will end up taking him down. And now for LAG, all members up. That should be a free bomb plant, and it doesn't even matter. Bomb does not have to even go down. LAG answer.
Yeah, right there, if you're Seattle in that situation, everybody just hold down your positioning. You shouldn't be trying to be the aggressives on that map. You're shutting down that early aggression in towards the A site. You know they're not going for the quick bomb plant, but just hold down your positioning. It shouldn't be Pred just flying in through bottom courtyard, especially on a 5 spree. And he was 1 off for earning that cruise, so plays right into the hand that the Guerrillas wanted him to. So able to find all 4 kills on the round, keep themselves now down 4-3 in this game, and they also shut down that cruise missile progression on the side of Pred.
And you can see the strategies interworking. Like we said, 4 players, at least for the moment. We're rocking that dead silence. You could see somebody switch back, but Guerrillas had a play call in mind. They're able to make it land there. Arcades will quickly pop his daddy to just make sure he's able to stay alive at a decent spot. But right now for Surge, all eyes on that B bomb site. Joe deceives. He's been patient, but not reveal his position too early. As he walks through the door, there is nobody there. Everybody's still looking for info, as right now Seattle, they could be making the bomb rotation.
Yeah, you can see the play call coming in with Pred finding himself in this position. Should be able to work his way on the deep flank and make it an easy rotation over towards A. That bomb is now going to get planted. It's time for Pred to strike. He finds that first blood, but dead silence is not reset. Exceed makes it a 3v3.
This next gunfight is going to be huge. Exceed. Just going to say, pops that dead silence. Looks to get a move on right now for LAG. 3 members to take down. A bomb to defuse. That timer continues to run down. Accuracy with the great plays toward the outside. Ends up getting Seattle that much closer to a 5-3 advantage. It's all on to Assault, and he gets found out as well. Seattle continuing to fight, continuing to answer. Pred has just been a monster so far in this game 5, Jay.
That's just beautiful mid-round adjustments right there from Seattle. They show presence over towards field side. You get a couple plays from the Guerrillas to rotate towards that side of the map. Once you do that, you find Pred with that dead silence, able to sneak his way into enemy lines, finds that first blood, frees up that A bomb plant, and eventually you're able to win the trade battle. So now Seattle put themselves at game point. Pred having a stellar performance in this game 5.
2 first blood so far for him. The same thing for Sib and Mac. It's been an all-out team effort in the early stages of this round for Surge. 1 round is all they need to escape and to see Saturday. Utility tossed as LAG. Wheels are turning. Looking to make the call, trying to just work off of every single bit of information that they can. First blood would be huge. Mac stays alive, holds his irons as LAG begin to make their first look at a play.
Yeah, Mac is just holding down his positioning. While he's doing that, see Pred on your mini-map, he's waiting for his time to strike as the Guerrillas are going to pop that dead silence, work up through Keg Alley, able to take down Mac in towards the site. Now the bomb is going to begin planted into 4v3.
That is great work there from the young guns of LAG. Perfect timing. However, Sib ends up dropping Assault on the outskirts, and Pred has just found the greatest timing possible. Right on the bomb, nearly snaps. Exceed, sweat off his brow, but he's got to get that bomb down quick. Not feeling confident of it, Arsenes gives the call. He wins his fight. Big Daddy Alec. Count me out, why don't you? A crucial double as LAG stay alive.
LAG just made the plays, man. You take your time on that attacking round, even with getting first blooded in that situation. Exceed wins a huge one-on-one, shuts down the aggression on the side of Pred, and then does not rush that bomb plant because you saw all the players from Seattle tunnel visioning, trying to get him off of that site. Sets up Arsenes to find the final 2 kills on the round. Into round number 10 we go. The Guerrillas are staying alive, man.
They are indeed. Will we see a round 11, or can Seattle call series right here? No surprise, the common strategy for LAG is to put the rookies at the forefront. They're receiving quite a few shots right now, both weak.
Oh yeah, they get wall banged out of those situations, out of those positions that they like to play in towards this site. But while they was doing that, look at Pred, already sneaks his way behind enemy lines again.
There was no way. There was surely no way. Oh my goodness. Tosses out a shot, throws a nade, nothing lands, but Mac able to find the first. Can he make it a second? Into the 3v3 we go. Arsenes able to find one toward the outside, so Pred is wiped away, and from there, how does Seattle look to adapt? Iceman and accuracy, giving Seattle numbers 3v2. Time continues to tick.
And Assault is in a great position to at least shut down this push. So he's going to be the sole player from the Guerrillas over towards this B site. He picks up the information onto one, finds that onto accuracy, but they're just going to get off the bomb. They're not going to plant it. 3v1 now.
Oh, it's all into Exceed. It is all on. So the young gun finds his kill and escapes. Now a 1v2. Accuracy toward the top. He's got information. Does he decide to go for the kill onto him? Can he manage to find it? No. Quickly pivots. Goes back into the bomb site. 38 seconds to go. What does he have cooked up? What does he have prepared? Accuracy continues to dance, and it's a beatdown. It's a knife. Slice it and dice it, and Seattle survive. Goes to a Game 5, Round 10. But our #1 seed stays alive. Oh boy, was that close, Jay.
I was not expecting it to be that close, man. If you talk about how both of these squads performed all throughout Stage 3, it was Seattle Surge coming in with that #1 seed. They should have been able to take care of this one with ease, but LAG, they came to play today, man. They were able to tie up the series in the first search and destroy, clutch up in the control. But in the final 2 maps, Seattle Surge had a little bit more to play with. They clutch up in that game #5, now turns the tides in that record. They were 1-4 when you talk about Game 5s. Now that's 2-4. They fall short in that first search and destroy, but they bounce back on a map that they did lose all throughout Stage 3. They make the plays, they make the adjustments, and they're able to clutch up in the search and destroy. I thought the Guerrillas put themselves in a great position right there. I would have liked to see Exceed in that 2v1 situation commit towards that gunfight versus accuracy, and then force it to at least be a 1v1. But once you don't find that kill, you get the information on towards Mac, you trap yourself in towards the site. The pinch is going to be on for the Seattle Surge. They clutch up in that game #5 and take the series.
It makes you wonder too, I mean, if Assault is able to win that long-range fight versus accuracy, we're into a 2v2. One gunfight oftentimes is all that it takes. A big W here for Seattle, and I know, Jay, that, you know, from a team aspect and from a player's POV, you're never happy with the loss, but I mean, from an outsider standpoint, very happy with what we saw here from LAG, but it just feels like for them, probably walking away a little frustrated. Another close loss.
Just got to go back. You got to think, man. The LAG can get back into the very first form of this team where they were good at hardpoint, one of the best teams that we had. They could potentially would have taken down Seattle Surge, but they fall short in both